loyalty. Praise the Son, our Savior, who granted us our freedom, and angels to our heroes, who led the land with their blood. Glory to glory, we rise and never to fall. Yeah, in a nation, for we make an holy. Glory, glory, glory to the Father, for making our nation enjoy forevermore. Amazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of this nation. Amazonia, land of freedom, we shall live in plenty, meeting our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of this nation. Father, we have come again. Holy Ghost, come and take control. We have come again. We have come again. Oh, we have come again. Holy Ghost, come and take control. Our Father, Lord, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the giver of life, we've come to say thank you for yesterday. Thank you for giving us life to see this morning. We're not better than those who have passed on. We'll say thank you for their lives. We have come to pledge our loyalty and commitment unto you and ask you to be the chairman of this meeting this morning. You have been chaired, continue to chair you this morning in the name of Jesus Christ. We ask for peaceful deliberations and ask that whoever is supposed to be here on his way to be here, Father, grant them journey mercies to meet us in the name of Jesus. Amen. Father, we hand over everything unto you. Take absolute control. Daddy, let your will be done. For in Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I hope you have all had a great rest. I wanted to go through networking. We know some people have to leave this morning because I think you were so desperate to come here that you didn't check your flight details. They just dawned on some people that their flight was 31st at 0:15 hours. And they didn't realize that 0:15 hours means is this night. They were thinking it's next night. Next night will be the first. So, unfortunately, some people, because of that realization, will have to leave this morning. And so we'll treat the agenda a little bit and just get to do a little bit of networking, like to say, how do we feel after one day? Quickly, I don't want to call it gossip, any great news about the conference. That what are people saying about the conference? Before we do a few minutes, but before we even do that, I want to call Dr. Ella Kizito to come and before he exits, before he leaves us, he has a present also from all the way from Germany. So, Dr. Ella.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Unfortunately, I already told Professor Anyangwe that his two student lawyers will make a very fatal mistake, me and Barrister. We were buying our ticket thinking 00:15 31st, which is, we just realized this morning we are leaving today. Lawyers on that matter. So, but all the same, we will say God knows what He's doing. Maybe it's God's plan. And when we were coming, thanks to my wife, She thought of it that we are having kilos and we're just coming for 3 days and have nothing to carry. And she met me and said, why don't we put something for these people who are coming from It's hard. It's hard to see that when I was talking to my daughter, and I showed her the picture when they were in Naloa. And I said, you see how you guys are throwing food here? Look at children. They don't have anything to eat, they don't have clothes to wear. So they had to go in and pack this bag. I'm feeling so ashamed to be giving my own children something like this. It pains. But I don't know, this is all we can do. There's nothing else. I'm sorry. We're doing it for other children. I've been visiting refugee camps. I never knew my own children will also be in this moment. So this is just a little thing we can bring for them. And I hope we'll still do more. If we can.
You will do, don't worry. You will do what you can do. Okay, Henry, Dr. Kimen is not here for the HSS. Since Banfo has been leading the delegation, you have to receive this on behalf of the HSS.
Open it and we see. There are some soaps, some toothbrushes, some oil, and many tissues, clothes, and everything, and some toys for the children there. Whatever.
You're showing to join them now. Almost
Okay, on behalf of the Governing Council, on behalf of the Governing Council, we send our greetings and appreciation to our comrades in Germany. Based on what we have moved out to Cross River State and seen, I want to say that this gesture is highly appreciated. It is not small. And I want to assure you that it is the beginning, because as, okay.
This is family from his family, not Germany. So you and your wife?
From my wife.
Oh, okay, yeah, but she's in Germany.
Yeah,
she's in Germany. Yeah, she's in Germany. So we will take our greetings to her and to the rest of our compatriots in Germany. This is a challenge, this is a motivation, this is an inspiration. Exactly. We receive it based on what we have moved around in Cross River State, in Ajaso, Ekom, and the Amana and Sin. You see kids like this and you are told that they spend 5 days trekking in the bush. We are very happy that I have seen those which will definitely go to some of these children. And, I want to say too that, as I discussed with the chair, we just started. What we did down there is just the beginning. And the challenge is we have to move to Benue State and Taraba State as soon as possible. Let word not go around that we went to Cross River State and they have ignored those who should have moved from Menchum, Mezam, Kupe Maninguba, Boyo, Donga Mantung, Boi, and so forth. Because that is where majority of these will come. So we are very happy that by the time we are going there, we will be better armed than we were, based on the experience. And I want to say too that what his wife, on behalf of Germany, those compatriots in Germany have done, should be the beginning. And that Happy Mangam has come, who should have definitely, yes, Dr. Kimen has come.
There's a box that's also from Germany, the other box there.
Medication.
Yeah. So this is, there's another one. Oh, they should have come. We're not seeing that.
No, it's not important.
Very important. Good. That's fantastic.
More is still coming. Because when I showed the people in Germany that this is what I'm doing, everybody cried. There was no time. So cartoons will just need the contact and they will be sending the cartoons.
And I wanted to add something to that. What I wanted to say is that when you sit in your own little corner and you start thinking, what can I do? Sometimes you think the little thing you can do is not important, but these are people setting examples that you don't have to have much to contribute. The little that you contribute, it's a whole lot. There are many people, in Minnesota, there are many people brought toothbrushes. People brought little things. But they thought about it and it will help somebody. There was a container going. People brought things and put it. In a month's time, it will be here. And then it will be a contribution. So these things, you don't have to have much. Little.
Yeah, the important thing is the spirit behind. The good intention. That is the key issue. And the little will be blessed by the Almighty. Then,
from Italy too, there is a container. I wanted to show you the photographs yesterday, but unfortunately the projector yes. Then that was okay. That container is already on the way. They are packaged it for Lagos, and I think in the next few days we'll be getting the containers from Lagos to take to the east. So we really want to thank all our brothers and sisters out there. The people would be very, very, very excited. Many of them have no clothes to wear. They have nothing to cover. They are sleeping on bare ground. And I think when these things come, they will just jump up and start celebrating. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
So now we'll take a 5 minutes photo break because some people have to leave. We'll do a family photo before our team of people.
Somebody just gave a bunch of pens, so I'm going to put them in here.
Guys, 1 minute. We're just going to...
So while you do that, I will just interview some of the people who are leaving. Yeah, they will just... Yeah.
He's saying something.
Okay.
Since we opened this chapter, I just want to bring the house for the developments in the east. What I got from the UNHCR yesterday, the call to indicate that they were mobilizing support. All the UN agencies have been mobilized to attend to all people in the east. Doctors Without Borders were there to examine the situation and visit the hospitals, and they have gone back to mobilize. So the UN system is mobilizing. This is the first indication to indicate that something is wrong. When the UN starts mobilizing its agencies for relief, WHO, UNICEF, World Food Program Organization, all of them are mobilized. So there is hope. After this one, it will be the political mobilization for this struggle.
Thank you.
This morning, I think the immigration and the police, DSS, they actually went to Orong yesterday where there are a good number of people. So they started the documentation around that area yesterday. And from day 2 are saying they need a lot of help, medical and food in particular, from that end.
So let's do a photo break. And SCBC wants to interview a couple of people, especially those who are leaving. So let's just come out of the here and do the photo.
Yes. Yeah. I'll start in. Was that Tabe? Interview before you go. Yeah.
Where do you want to stand?
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, sure. So welcome to this side. Yeah. Mr. Tabe. Okay. You're welcome to Conclave 4. We just want to, as you are leaving this morning, we just want to hear your thoughts around the deliberations for the last 2 days at the conclave. So you just introduce yourself, where you come from, and then you tell us your thoughts around the conclave.
Thank you very much. My name is F.R.A. I'm the co-chair for Boston Southern California Center. I have been here since Friday and I have really had a good time. The deliberations even though started on a rocky start, and we had a good deliberation yesterday. A lot was covered, many issues were discussed, and my hope is that we continue to move forward in unity and carry our people to board.
Oh, thank you. So many people were worried about what happened at the first day of the conclave, and since you are here at the conclave, I just want you to tell our people if they should be rest assured that everything is going fine based on your 3-day stay here.
Yes, everything is going fine. From my view, I thought it was just some sort of miscommunication, but everything was put under control. And since we started, the deliberations have been going very well. We've had friendly discussions. We've disagreed without being disagreeable, and we've been able to come up with consensus that benefit our people. So our people should know that, yes.
Mr. Under, interview? Yes.
We start here?
Yes. No, here.
We start here.
Oh, okay. So, welcome, Barrister Under from Belgium, representative for Belgium. We want to have a word with him because he's leaving this morning. They just discovered that their flight will be this evening instead of tomorrow evening as they had planned. So I will talk to Mr. Under on behalf of SCBC TV. Barrister, you are welcome to the 4th conclave.
Thank you very much. I want to take this opportunity to thank SCBC for the great job that you guys have been doing concerning our struggle. I believe that if we are at this level now with this struggle, it is mostly thanks to your effort. I want to also thank our televiewers, and I want to wish them well, and I want to ask them to remain calm and optimistic, because yesterday we had a great day, great working session, and I want to tell them that we will leave this place greater than before. So for those agents who think that they would have come to disrupt this, I would just tell them that they have failed, because what transpired yesterday is the contrary to what happened the first day when the conclave was supposed to open.
All right. Thank you so much, Metrunda. I
have not even introduced myself.
Okay, maybe we should. You should introduce yourself.
David, I am the country head for Belgium, and I am here in that capacity.
Thank you. Thank you so much for attending the 4th conclave, and thank you for reassuring our people as we move out to interview the other guests.
People in Belgium.
Okay.
I want to tell them that I am en route back to Belgium, and when I get to Belgium, I will give them an update of everything that transpired, and that they should disregard all information that is posted on social media. That information is distortive. That is not the truth. Wait for your chairperson. When I get back, I will brief you on what actually happened, and you will be happy. You will understand that our struggle has moved to another level.
Thank you so much, Barrister Under. So we'll go out to join the rest whom have gone out for a photo. Okay. So let's join the rest. Dr. Liz. Okay. Yes. So these are photo moments at the conclave, because some of our brothers are leaving this morning because of their flights. So we are going to take general photos, and I'm going to try and interview as many people as possible so that they can tell their constituents back where they come from as how the deliberations of the conclave are proceeding. So I would be following up with interviews. Okay.
Snap.
Yeah, I need to be the picture. So please, the people who are leaving this morning, I would like to have some interviews before you go. Yeah, sure. Let's go back inside. Please note that this is not the end of the conclave, but it's almost the end of the first phase of the conclave, which was supposed to be a meeting between the Leadership Council, country heads, and department heads of SCACOF. It was a working session so that the leaders can ensure that the secretariat is functioning properly. And we are trying to interview as many leaders as possible who are leaving this morning so that they can give you firsthand their experience at the conclave. So I'm expecting them as they walk into the room. I will be interviewing Prophet Daniel from Texas right now. Good morning, Prophet.
Good morning, Mr. Derek. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Can you just introduce yourself to our viewers and tell us a little bit about the deliberations for the last few days?
Okay, I'm Prophet Daniel, definitely from the great state of Texas, the Lone Star State. I'm very grateful to the Lord for being here during this fourth conclave. And everything that begins with the Lord always ends well. And we started this conclave with Him. And He's taking us through. We know that there were some issues from the beginning, but those were sorted out. And definitely we have been having a very great time. Starting from yesterday, we had great deliberations and great presentations. And there was some really hard work here on the floor. And we believe that by the end of the day today, it's going to be a lot of achievement again. And at the end, surely there's going to be good news. I assure our people worldwide, and especially those in ground zero, that there's going to be a good news coming out of this conference.
Yeah, Prophet Daniel, I'm certain you are not leaving this morning, so we will be catching up with you again during the course of the day to hear from you as the deliberations are going. So thank you so much for talking to SCBC. I will move on to some of the other delegates to quickly catch up with them, to ensure that we hear, especially from those who are leaving this morning.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you, comrade.
Yeah. So what do you, there's been some rumors out there that some people were pushed away from the conclave by force. I don't know if you have anything to say to that.
Well, you know, when something happens, there's a lot of views and a lot of different opinions, and people always want to run with misinterpretations, and because they want to make something out of nothing. There is nothing like people having been shuffled out by force out of this place. Nobody was shuffled out. There was just some order that was put into place. When we come to a conclave like this or a meeting like this, there must be security, because those of us that are here must be kept intact, must be kept safe, so that we can do our work and be able to go back home to our families, to go back home to our constituencies. So there was nothing like people being pushed out by force. There were just some security measures put into place so that the conclave shouldn't be disrupted by anybody. So that's what I can say as far as that is concerned.
All right. So I'm going to look for a female to interview now, and it's Dr. Bernadette from Germany. Dr. Bernadette, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you have been our able organizer for this conclave. Since we got here, you've been taking very good care of us, and I think that the people should hear from you. So maybe you introduce yourself and then tell us about the conclave.
So I am Dr. Bernadette Tatega, Secretary for Strategy and Coordination, and I'm actually here assisting Barrister Galova and Dr. Cornelius. So for me, the conclave has been successful. Because although we had our challenges during the first day, and for me, it is not a day loss. We learned a lot. The leadership was put to test, and it is important for us to know that our leaders can have a position and stay on a particular position for the good of our newly born nation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. I know that you are still around, so we'll be catching up with you during the course of the conclave. So I'm going straight to Dr. Clotilde from Norway, who is running away from the camera. Good morning, Dr. Clotilde.
No, I'm still here.
Now, even the chairman says now. So Dr. Clotilde, good morning.
Good morning.
Just introduce yourself and where you're coming from.
My name is Dr. F.R.A. I'm a representative from Norway.
Okay. So, Dr. Clotilde, you've been here for 2 days. 2 days. So, tell us a little bit about your experience at the conclave.
Wow. Really, I was coming here with so many expectations, and I was a little bit disappointed when we did not start on time because of what happened. But in any case, I believe that sometimes it's necessary to put order where there is disorder. If people had their invitations on a particular day and they wanted to know why they were not invited the day before, I think that it would have been nice for them and polite for our chairman and for all of us, mutual respect, to find out why. Because I also was baffled when I heard that some people are coming this day or that day. But when I found out and realized that, okay, there was a strategy, that, you know, the chairman wanted this to be like this, and the governing council had accepted. So, okay, then I understood. And then I was a little bit baffled why other people were making a fuss out of it. So, I'm happy that the conclave finally started and we are doing all the deliberations that we came here to do. And I'm actually hoping that at the end of this conclave, we'll come out with something really, really big.
Well, thank you.
Satisfying to all Southern Cameroonians.
Thank you so much, Dr. Clotilde. Yes, people's expectations are quite high. I'm going to interview my brother from the US who's also living. Good morning, brother.
Good morning.
Yeah, please just introduce, the last one. So just introduce yourself.
Fondo, actually the chair for Finland.
Okay.
We were given an invitation to come to the fourth conclave, which was a very important conclave. They call it an emergency conclave. So actually our purpose of coming was to look into the well-being of the people of Southern Cameroon, to see exactly how we can discuss together and come up with ideas that can push the struggle further. We arrived here, and when we started the deliberation, there was a little bit of tense atmosphere resulting from the fact that people actually wanted to go into discussion because of the precarious situation back home. So we started a deliberation and a self-introduction from all the cross-section of the people representing all over the world. I think this is one of the biggest conclave I have to say that I have attended compared to the third conclave, and the deliberations so far have been very productive, and I hope that as we proceed with the rest of the day, we are going to come up with something that is very tangible for our well-being and our collective capacity, especially given the fact that we have already declared our independence and we have to keep it going, and we have to make sure that we maintain it, and we have to progress for the well-being of the future.
Thank you.
I want to thank you so much for having this time to talk with me, and I want to assure you that the rest of the people who have been having a mixed conception and misleading information, that they should dismiss all those kind of information that are not healthy. That I'm also thanking the people from Finland in particular who sent me here, Europe in general and the world, and all the people of Southern Cameroon, that we are on the right track, that everything is going to be fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So I will be wrapping up now as we are going into the deliberations of the conclave proper. During the day, whenever we have time, we will come live to you and just update you and interview some of the people attending the conclave. Thank you so much. This is Derek reporting for SCBC.